beefsteak tomato. Look how big this is. I have some beautiful San Marzano tomatoes. This is Roma tomato. Now this one right here is Amish paste tomatoes. And we also have the sweet cherry tomatoes. I have also been harvesting some string beans, and I have a lot of this frozen already. I have some cucumbers and 3 different kinds of bush beans, the yellow wax, green beans, and the purple beans. I have butternut squash and banana peppers. Hi everyone, my name is Merly and welcome to Gardening in Kentucky YouTube channel. In today's video, I will give you a tour of my garden. Today is August 14th and I have been harvesting a lot from my garden. So what you are looking at right now is my tomato garden where I planted 6 different tomato plants. So there are a total of 60 tomatoes in this garden. Now this one in here is beefsteak tomato. Every other day I harvest 1 bucket of tomatoes. I know it's crazy, but this is probably my best tomato year yet. Of course, I have this beautiful pink zinnia. This one is my lemongrass, marigold, some more tomatoes right here. Yesterday this was loaded, and last night I came out here to harvest a lot of red tomatoes. This one here is Roma. Yeah, these are Roma tomatoes. Look at that. And then we have some San Marzano tomatoes. Beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. Look at this one. That's really big. Some more Amish paste tomatoes. That one's almost ready. Next here we have some more beefsteak tomatoes. This one right here is Amish paste. My favorite tomato for making spaghetti sauce. Moving on. Here I have my cherry tomatoes. There are only a few orange ones because I've already harvested them last night. I have this beautiful sunflower. It's really tall. And then down here is my okra. I have about 10 okra plants. So I have also been harvesting okras. And I love the flowers. They're just so pretty. Look at that. So these are the okras. They're next to the tomato garden. And then yesterday I just mulched my grape. I have 2 grape plants. I haven't mulched the other one yet. So more okra. That chili pepper that's dying is still in there. And then look at this jalapeno pepper. This jalapeno pepper is just loaded loaded with peppers. Look at that. We have some red ones and some green ones. I'm not really big on spicy food, so I have just been giving this away. I'll probably save some because I'm gonna make some salsa. Now over here is my string beans. The top kind of fell over, but you can see that. Now we have some in here. And with the string beans, you have to harvest them every other day, or else they get too the beans get too old and stringy, and you don't want to eat stringy beans. I have a couple of eggplant rows. So this eggplant in here just started producing. They're a little bit late because this is my second batch of eggplants that I planted because my first batch did not make it. So this is the Japanese purple, I think. This is Japanese purple eggplant. They're all mixed up. There are two kinds. Now this one is kind of round, so this one is the purple black beauty eggplant. So the eggplants are growing beautifully. I still have 2 months of growing season left here in Kentucky, so that's good. Oh, look at this one. Actually, yesterday I harvested 2 black beauty eggplants from my daughter's garden. This is really pretty. The next thing that I'm showing you is my raised bed where I planted some banana peppers. So these are the banana peppers. These plants are loaded. Look at that. Sometimes it's hard to see them. I probably planted more than I should have planted in here. Look at this. I know those. Oh, okay. So I accidentally pulled this out. That's fine because this is ready to harvest. Look at that beautiful pepper. This is sweet banana pepper. You can eat this raw. You can put this in pizzas. You can put this in food. You can do whatever. Look at that. So pretty. Lots and lots of fruits underneath these plants. Of course, I have marigold all over my garden, which makes my garden so pretty. Now moving on, let's take a look at this one right here. Oh wow, look at that. That's one beautiful bell pepper. I love bell peppers. And then I have the second raised bed that also has bell peppers. Now look at this one. Isn't this beautiful? It's a yellow bell. Wow, yellow bell peppers. I have the green bell peppers. And I have been harvesting bell peppers from this raised bed. Red bell, green bell, yellow bell, and I even have the purple bell pepper. Look at that purple bell pepper. Isn't it pretty? And that's so yummy too. Ooh, more bell peppers right here. You can harvest bell peppers at any stage. So now this is green right now. This will turn red sometime. But I'm not sure if I will wait for that. I'll probably just harvest them green. And that's fine with me. Another beautiful sunflower right here. Now this one is really surprising because this is the original sunflower. And I just let it grow. It's really not that big. And I didn't know that this sunflower can grow branches. So it branched out right here. That's where this second beautiful flower came out, but the flower is smaller than the original one. And then it has another bigger branch here and makes, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 flower buds for just this branch. That's crazy. Now, this one right here is my peanuts raised bed. As you can see, some of them have fallen over. I think it's because they've gotten so tall, and then one time I pulled the weeds out and they just started falling over. I just let them grow like that. I probably need to wait for a month until I can harvest my peanuts. So moving on, let's walk over here, and these are my sweet potatoes. I also eat the young leaves of the sweet potatoes. I put them in soup, saute, cook them in soy sauce. You can do all kinds of things in here. Plus, of course, in the ground, I have some sweet potatoes that are growing. How cool is that? Now for this raised bed, it's clean. Look at that. I have some beans that have just germinated. And I have to put this bird's nest because the last time I planted green beans, the rabbits came and ate all of my plants. So this one is the third batch of green beans that I'm growing this year. Probably the last batch as well. The second batch was the one that was all eaten by the rabbits. My first batch of green beans survived, and I've harvested a lot from these plants. As you can see, they're beat up already, so it's almost time to pull this off the ground. These are the green beans, and then I have the yellow beans. I also put some birds netting on top of them to protect them from the rabbits. The birds don't really bother them. It's just the rabbits that ate all of them. And these are the purple beans. I have a couple of bitter melon that are growing in my garden. They've turned a little bit yellow, so it's time for me to fertilize this, give this some fish emulsion. And look at this beautiful bitter melon. Also, I have harvested a lot of bitter melon from these two plants. I know, that's so awesome. Look at this little one. So I have another one growing. Oh, cool, look at that, ladybug. Ladybugs are beneficial insects, so I just let them do their thing. Cool, awesome bitter melon. This is what is left of my herb bed, or oregano, some thyme, and a little bit of rosemary, and of course some basil. Look at these beautiful flowers of the basil. I need to cut this off. They're really pretty. My moringa plant is thriving. Moringa is a superfood. So if you have not planted moringa, you need to be planting moringa. Depending on where you are living, it's probably a little bit late to plant them from seeds, but if you can find branches, if you have a neighbor who's growing some moringa, you can cut off a little branch and stick it in the ground and it will grow. Yep, I have a few of them. This one here and some more right there. Red Malabar spinach. They're still here. I've been harvesting them, and now that it's not very hot anymore, they're actually making more branches. Look at that. And they're spreading too. This is my blue hubbub winter squash. This needs to be trellised. As you can see, this one in here has started vining out. And then this is my scallop yellow bush squash, and I have two of them. Here's the other one. And then here I have my 8-ball zucchini. So basically this zucchini plant has round fruits that look like baseball. Let me show you. don't know if you can see that, but this one right here is the round fruit of this zucchini. Here you can see my second batch of squash. They're still small because I didn't have time to transfer them to my garden right away, so they were growing in styrofoam cups for a while. This is the white wonder cucumbers, and then here is my sweet dumpling squash. Next is the Jarrahdale pumpkin. I know they're still small, but we'll see. This is the Delicata winter squash. You are looking at some butternut squash. This time, look at this pretty butternut squash. I thought these plants are gonna die, but then I just cleaned this up because this was full of weeds for a month, and I planted probably around 10 butternut squash, and I only got one harvest. I cleaned it up and gave them a boost of my favorite fertilizer, fish fertilizer, and look at what happened. There's one here, there's one here. That's just awesome. I actually have some more flowers here. These are male flowers. Now that one over there is a female flower. And then some more fruits. This is just loaded. We also have some cucumbers. These cucumbers on this pot are a little bit beaten up already, so they are ready to come out. But there are still a few fruits that are on the vine that I need to harvest before I do that. This is the spot where I filmed my $20 garden series. I have 5 tomatoes. This was loaded with ripe tomatoes yesterday, and I have just harvested them. Look at this one. There's still one. It's not quite ready yet. That one over there. So yeah, I still have a few. I need to tie these tomatoes again. And then this, I'm still in my $20 garden. Look at that. Some banana peppers. There's sweet banana peppers. And then eggplant. Look at that eggplant. That's so pretty. These are green beans and yellow beans right here. There are a few beans left. These are the ones that I missed last night because it was already dark when I came here to harvest. That zucchini squash needs to come out because it's not producing anymore. Now this right here, I let this squash go crazy, and that yellow squash is too old to be eaten. So they're gonna be my fall decoration, and I will give them to my chickens. And then I have a few sugar baby watermelons. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? I have a few of them. Over here is my pumpkin patch. So my pumpkin patch is not that great, but it's my first time to grow a pumpkin patch. So there are a lot of lessons that I learned from my first year of growing a pumpkin patch. Beautiful zinnias planted by my daughter. We have some more tomatoes here. More bell peppers. Oh, there's a bug. I'm gonna take care of that later. But we have some bell peppers in here. I harvested some from that plant last night as well. Ooh, look at this pumpkin. This is jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. So I'm excited for this. So far, this is my biggest pumpkin. Beautiful zinnias. Look at the bee. The bee is enjoying the nectar of my beautiful zinnia. And this one, I was supposed to transfer some of them, but I didn't have time. So now they're growing in just one spot. But look how pretty this is. It has different colors: yellow, pink, peach. there's a kind of like brownish orange Russian mammoth sunflower, not quite ready for harvest. More marigold, more zinnias. I have some Italian basil. I just let it flower because it's so pretty. Now going back to my pumpkin patch, I actually have a couple of cantaloupe in here. So this is cantaloupe. This one I believe is pumpkin. I have some cornucopia. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? There's one here. And they come in different designs. Wow. Look at this one, guys. Look at that cornucopia squash right there. I'm excited for this. My table is gonna look awesome this fall. Of course, more pumpkins in here. I cleaned this couple of weeks ago and they have started growing back because I cut off a lot of leaves to kind of rearrange them. So, yep, that's my pumpkin patch. Now over here is my corn patch. Not the best. This is my second year of growing sweet corn. I think this corn's ready. Yeah. Oh, I can actually feel it. I'm gonna let's take a look at that. Oh wow, look at that. Haha. Okay, let's harvest this. Wow, beautiful corn. Although I don't have much because I did not spend time to take care of my corn patch, and I forgot to, well, I didn't forget, I didn't have time to fertilize my corn. I fertilized it later in the season, when you should give your corn some nitrogen fertilizer when it's knee-high. And that's about the 4th of July. You know what they say, knee-high on the 4th of July. I think it goes like that. The ones in the back are actually good. I have been harvesting from the plants here in the back. These are the baby corn. And then this, I still can't remember the name, but look at this one. It's red. And you're supposed to leave the corn ears on the plant until the plant dries, and then you harvest them. So I'm gonna be using this for fall decoration, and then save the seeds for next year. I don't think I have enough to make some flour out of this, but I will save the seeds so that next year I will have more corn to grow. This actually is tall, probably 8-9 feet. So 8 or 9 feet, I mean. And the leaves are so pretty. And that's what I like about this corn plant. That's all for this garden tour. I'm so happy to share with you what my garden looks like right now in early August. Oh, wait a minute. Before we end, look at this. Look at that, guys. Oh, it just opened, but see that? This is sweet corn. Oh, so good. I did not expect to see this, but wow, that's just awesome. Eating some sweet corn today. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my garden. I'm gonna see you again in my next video. Have a great day and happy gardening. See you later.